In the quiet village of Gidan Duma, life moved slowly. People sold firewood, beans, and groundnut oil in the small market square. Business was never booming, but everyone managed to survive, even if no one ever became rich. That was until Aunty Lami arrived. She was a beautiful woman in her early 40s, always dressed in flowy wrappers and shining headscarves that shimmered in the sun. She said she came from a faraway town and wanted to start a small shop. She rented an old wooden store near the market gate. The next morning, a sign appeared, Lami's Wonders. Her shop sold perfumes, body creams, soaps, and spices. The air around it smelled so sweet, people stopped just to breathe it in. Her goods were so fine and unusual that even those without money somehow found a way to buy something. In just 1 month, Lami's Wonder became the most visited shop in the entire village. No one knew how she restocked so quickly or why her things lasted longer than others. Old traders who once had loyal buyers now sat in silence, watching their stalls gather dust. Her prices are fair, some people said. Her goods must be magical, others whispered. But behind the smells and feet smells, a shadow began to creep. She doesn't visit the elders, Malin Sani muttered. I see strange footprints around her store before sunrise, added Mama Binto. Even the animals acted oddly. Cats mewed wildly near her shop, goats refused to pass by, and birds never landed on her roof. She's bewitched the whole village, old Hajara cried one morning. But no one listened. Where would they? Aunty Lami's soap healed rashes. Her perfumes lasted for days. Her spices made food taste like a dream. So the people kept buying, and slowly forgetting who they used to be. One night, the village hunter, Alhaji Dogo, returned late from the forest. As he passed the market, he saw a strange blue light glowing from Lami's shop. Curious, he hid behind a tree. There she was, wrapped in a red cloth from head to toe, her eyes glowing like fireflies. In her hand was a small calabash filled with dark water. She walked around her shop, whispering strange words as she poured the water. Suddenly, a strange wind blew. Though the night had been calm, chickens clucked loudly in their cages. Alhaji Dogo's heart raced. He stayed hidden until she went back inside. The next day, he rushed to tell the village chief, Sarki Zogo. But the chief only laughed. So now a woman can't succeed without being called a witch, eh? He said. Later, at the village square, he told everyone the story, laughing again. Maybe the wind slapped Dogo too hard in the forest, joked young fellow. But the hunter knew what he saw. Then, strange things began to happen. Children stopped playing near the market, saying the ground around Lami's shop felt too hot. One boy, Danko, fainted after smelling a perfume she gave his mother. Mama Zoya wept that her husband had changed since buying a powder from Lami. He no longer talks to me, he just sits there smiling, she said. But whenever people complained, he forgot by the next day. A strange fog of forgetfulness had crept over Gidan Duma. Even the elders, who tried to gather the people to talk about it, soon forgot themselves, drifting off. Their minds clouded. Something dark had taken root, and it smelled like flowers. Weeks passed. The village lost its spark. People moved like shadows, smiling without reason, buying from Aunty Lami without thinking. Children stopped going to school. Elders stopped telling stories. The only sound was from Lami's busy shop. One morning, Mama Kandi ran carrying to the chief's palace. My daughter Hawa entered Aunty Lami's shop and came out talking to herself. She doesn't even recognize me. Again, the chief laughed. Maybe she read too many books. The next day, Mama Kandi forgot she had even complained. Meanwhile, Aunty Lami expanded her shop. She now sold clothes, herbs, and even charms. No one questioned her anymore. It was like her shop had become a temple and she was a priestess. But not everyone had fallen under her spell. A quiet old woman named Inofati, who sold herbs by the river, watched everything. She never stepped foot into Lami's shop. Every morning, she burned bitter leaves and tied red threads around her hut. Her charm is strong, she whispered, but not stronger than the truth. Her grandson, Yusuf, returned from school in the nearby town that weekend. As soon as he entered the village, he noticed something was wrong. "Why is everyone walking like goats?" he asked. Inofati sighed. "Because they have forgotten who they are. She's not washing her shop with ordinary soap." That night, Yusuf hid near Lami's shop, just like Alhaji Dogo once did, a small stone in his hand. He crouched behind a green drum. The air felt heavy. Then, just past midnight, Aunty Lami stepped out in a black gown that dragged on the ground. A red cloth was tied around her head. She held a clay pot. She sprinkled red powder and chanted strange words. Red smoke rose, thick and heavy, swinging with ghost-like faces. He dug back and ran. The wind stopped. Yusuf held his breath. She placed 3 bowls by her door, one with water, one with chicken blood, and one with the white feather, floating in black oil. Then she danced slowly. Her eyes rolled back like she was holding another world. Terrified, Yusuf ran back to Inofati. "Grandma," he said, "you were right. She's using something evil." Inofati nodded. Her mother tried the same thing long time ago, but charms fear truth and clean fire. Together, they prepared bitter leaves, charcoal, and a white calabash. "Tomorrow night," Inofati said, "we will bring the village memory." As the sun set the next day, the villagers gathered at the square. Inofati lit a fire from charcoal and bitter leaves. "My children," she said loudly, "we have been sleeping. We have forgotten who we are. Our ancestors built this village with truth and blessings, not magic." The people murmured, confused, until Lami arrived in her colorful clothes, smiling sweetly. Yusuf stepped forward, smiling. "She's using magic. I saw it myself." Lami laughed. "He is just a boy. Don't listen to stories." But Inofati poured water from the white calabash onto the fire. It hissed loudly. A white smoke rose, floated straight towards Lami's shop. The red smoke around it turned black and vanished. The tomato seller dropped her basket. The butcher stared wide open. "I avoided her shop once. I can't remember why I returned," he said. Suddenly, the people remembered everything. How they had lost customers, peace, and themselves. "Please," Lami begged. "I only wanted to succeed. I didn't mean to hurt anyone." Inofati's voice was calm. "But you did. You used people's minds as your tools. And now, the truth has come." The villagers closed her shop and told her to leave until she could return with a clean heart. Slowly, life in Gidan Duma returned to normal. Children laughed again. Traders smiled. The air smelled like fresh earth. Not forgotten spells. And no one forgot the lesson. Moral of the story: success earned with clean hands lasts longer than any charm